Graham wants to pray, feelings are fey, and BJ's ain't gay. Coming up today on The Point.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas me faire? Tu me fais pas peur. Plus de souper avec tes parents.
Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. Let's jump right into it with talking point number one. I'm too sexy. So a raging debate.
Are you? Raging
Debate
Raging.
broke out on Reddit when somebody asked, is gay culture too sexual?
Obviously, men love sex, and so
all men.
all gay men are more sexual. I don't know.
But what is too sexual?
Yeah.
Where's the line? Like, I don't
There
think it
is
is,
no
but I
line.
don't.
Like if you're jerking off in the middle of the road.
But that's a bit too much. Then you've gone
There
too
you
far.
go.
Too far.
I think it's more sexual than heterosexual culture, but
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's too.
See, but this is interesting because somebody said, I think people in general are very sexual. Straight culture is all about sex too. People just like to fuck.
Jesus, you say it like
People just like
intensely.
Oh, it was a dramatic reading.
Yes.
dramatic, the drama.
I feel like, straight culture is just as sexual, just less maybe
In your face?
straightforward about it. Like,
Well,
it's-
we know you don't like it in your face.
No.
No.
Most certainly do not. No.
But wait, is this like is
How did
that
those
the
big
only
babies
thing? That's a general statement that we're talking about?
Yes. Somebody said that gay culture was too sexual.
I mean, like, I get it.
It
I mean,
depends.
like,
Are you gay? Are you straight?
What do you mean?
Like, who's saying that?
A
Is
gay.
a gay person saying? I mean, you go to Pride and it's awesome.
It's not like the Santa Claus parade.
It's very sexual. Like that's what irritates me about Pride is that it's not supposed to be about sex, but it becomes about sex because we're all, gays are all men and
Because it's
we love
about
sex.
feeling good in your own skin, and some people just like to be naked and sexual, and that's human nature.
Well, I think, is there an issue? Is this something that we should be addressing? The sexualization of gay culture?
No.
I don't even think, like to us, it seems that way, but like, I don't know if straight people really see that from us.
No. I mean, through Instagram.
Like,
Your feed, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean? Like, if you were to meet somebody who doesn't really have gay friends or isn't really involved with people that are gay, like, they would never know that, like, oh, you hook up all the time? Like, they don't know that gay people, like,
I wouldn't unless I was on, like, I have a bunch
Yeah.
of gay friends and stuff like that, but, like, I don't discuss their sexuality, really. But,
Right.
Like, we discuss it a lot on the show, and you learn a lot.
Are there? I mean, the photo over here is of a gay circuit party. I
One
mean,
guy looks like they're literally painted on abs. The guy on the right.
Oh, I think
the other
so.
Yeah.
Like they look like it's makeup. The other one looks real.
I mean, I know that like there are raves and big dance parties and all. So, yeah, raves are harsh. But do men at straight big dance parties go shirtless? Do women?
No.
Yeah.
Like at Coachella or something?
What?
Is there?
I do.
Yes.
I go to raves shirtless. And, like,
raves, okay.
If it's like a rave or something, yeah.
Or anywhere, like a festival, if it's hot. Like, I went to Bonnaroo. I barely ever wore a shirt. I just wear my shorts.
Your thong.
Yeah, my thong. my nanner hammy.
Yeah, if it's a festival, totally.
Look at Adam has got this biggest smile on his face right now.
I think I just spit on
Actually,
Thank you. Thank you for saying me.
you called it a nanner hammy?
you. Yeah.
Thank you. Like what?
I mean, banana hammock, yes.
Nanner
But I've
hammock.
never. Hashtag nanner hammy.
But yeah, I do think it's a little bit over sexualized. I mean, you can't go on Instagram without seeing, like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
depends who you follow.
But I mean, what do
like,
you
it's
look for?
very.
But it's because sex sells, and that's what people want to see.
That's
That's what
true.
people like.
I mean, I do think there.
It's not just inspiration.
I think
I
it's-
think it's also easier if you're hot to be
Well, yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's a universal
100%.
truth.
But a sexual versus too sexual, I think, is an important distinction, because what is too sexual?
What is
yes,
what
it's
is too sexual?
But we're all sexual beings,
Exactly.
aren't we?
That's the question, though, right? So what is too sexual?
Well, they don't. I mean, it's.
And why is it just gay people? Why is it not females who are just more known for like straight guys to be like porn and titties and all that stuff? And they've always been over-sexualized, so why would gay people be more sexualized?
Well, I think the people. I mean, this came from somebody who is gay, and I think this is a topic that often comes up amongst gay men, whether or not there's.
I mean, that's usually coming from people who are insecure. Period. I had more words, but I was like, I give
nothing
up.
more to add on that.
Right? Like if you feel threatened by something, you're gonna say like, oh, maybe it's a problem because you're not comfortable with it.
Right. Well, speaking of feeling threatened by things, a new study came out.
Ask men.
No, the study is called "Perceptions of Masculinity and the Challenges of Opening Up." I know you have a challenge opening up.
No, he
Does he?
doesn't.
Basically, it says that
One whole time.
most men across the board, gay, straight, whatever, do not speak about their feelings for fear of being seen as unmanly. American men in particular are under pressure to quote-unquote man up.
It's straight up the definition of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what toxic masculinity is.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But that's common.
Yeah, 100%. I actually I've been called sensitive my whole life because I express my feelings and I cry sometimes and blah, blah, blah.
I love
But yeah, I've always been called sensitive, and I went as far as like write a spoken word thing about toxic masculinity. It wasn't about that, but it ended up being about that. But yeah, it exists always, like especially growing up in a small town playing hockey, all over that.
Yeah.
And you want to, I don't know, to hold back from what you're actually feeling. You just suppress everything, and then it comes out in other ways, which sucks sometimes. But yeah.
Yep.
So how did you combat that personally? And
I did a bunch of drugs and drank a lot for a long time, and now I'm not doing that ananymore.
See, there you go, kids. That's how you handle it.
That helps.
No, not at all. It's
The more you know.
It seriously sucked. But I recently quit drinking for 80 days, and I've stopped like going out and getting blackout and stuff like that. But it was because I had been running from feelings that I haven't been dealing with in a long time, you know what I mean? So like there's other ways to combat that, not healthy at all. Like there's no reason you should be drinking or doing drugs to numb pain or anything like that, right? It's horrible. You should be able to like speak freely about anything that you want to. So yeah.
So what do you say to friends or maybe friends of the time who are still?
Back home, we get into scraps now all the time, like about everything. Yeah, like they've said some homophobic things to me before. I'm like, can you please, like racist stuff? And I'm like, guys, like stop. I'm gonna leave because I don't need to hear this. I'm not stuck in this bullshit anymore. I just ended up leaving, or getting in a huge debate or argument with them. So, yeah, because people are they're set in their ways, and unfortunately, sometimes you can't help that. So.
Well, especially if you live in small towns too, right? You're not exposed to things. If you're not exposed to things, you become fearful of things, and then you become fearful of things, you make fun of things.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not everybody, but like certain
Right.
people are like that. Yeah.
Doug, you looked like you were.
Well, I was actually thinking of Adam's point about if you're not exposed to things, like, yeah, but it's also a lot of, that's largely, I don't think people are predisposed to like racism and bigotry and things like that. I think that that's a very religious pushed element of humanity. Just because, like, you know, put two kids on a playground who don't know about racism, they're not going to stay away from the black kid or the Indian kid or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not an innate thing just because you're not exposed to it, but I agree that exposing people who have these values that have been pushed down on them
you look
to things, that does open their minds, which is an important thing, and we need to do that with the topic of toxic masculinity. We need to open up this idea that men can talk and men can be...
But if you go to a small town and it's all surrounded by white people,
and it's
chances of you being
still,
racist, you're going to be racist.
Yeah, exactly. And I still hold stuff in just because that's just, I've been doing it for 30 plus years. You know what I mean? So it's just like trying to rewire your brain into thinking differently where it is okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of things that sort of feed into this idea of what it is to be manly or unmanly. So Franklin Graham, the Reverend Franklin Graham, son of Billy Graham. So
They're terrible people.
Terrible.
He came out with this statement that sexually transmitted infections are punishment for ignoring God's guidelines on gender.
I hate religion.
That is not true.
You're as manly as they come.
No, I'm just like I've experienced such things, and had nothing.
He said God made us
Sure.
male and female and gave sex for us to enjoy inside a marriage relationship between a man and a woman, not two men, not two women.
I'm so heartbroken for these people. Like, why do you carry that around? Why are you wasting your time on Earth being mad about someone who wants to change and become a man or woman, or wants to sleep with men or sleep with women? Like, who cares?
They're also wasting their time living their life under the rule of some imaginary figure in the sky, rather than actually doing something to contribute to humanity and others around them and make the world a better place.
100%.
So, of course, they'll just continue on that.
I think it's only a matter of time before this guy, what's his name, Franklin Graham, you're just going to read a story that he has gonorrhea.
Yeah.
And he's gay.
Yeah. Because it's always that. The person who's like protesting the loudest is usually they get outed for something.
It's like the whole thing with I think we talked about it on the show, didn't we? The guy who invented gay conversion therapy coming out. It's I'm gay now. Well, we all knew that. Obviously, you're gay. But
to be in such fear about it, to then go and create that, like that just
Well, I'm fascinated by this idea that because men aren't acting like men, you're more likely to get an STI because God is punishing you for not being a man.
Obviously.
But also, like, what a man is, it's something that we created.
Right.
So God has nothing to do
Although
with that.
I assume he would argue that God
has
created.
his hand in everything.
that sounds pretty
Tito.
pansexual to me.
You have your hand in everything. And now it's time for today's midpoint.
No mercy, baby.
And today we are playing.
Shut up.
Blooper reel!
Say it like softly.
Headline hot take. Yay!
There it is.
Okay, here we go. Story number 1. 50% of people, according to this survey, say they would give up sex for more closet space.
Oh my.
I can't give up any more sex, okay? Like, that's not great.
Did you say 51%?
50%. Half of the people surveyed, half of 1,000 people surveyed, said they would give up sex for 6 months in order to have more closet space.
Like
I would literally
men
put
and women, or
everything
just
into
men?
a garbage
No,
bag
across
to
the
keep
board,
having sex.
men and women. Almost 20% of people said they would take a pay cut for 6 months in order to have more closet space.
But if they did that, they
What?
could afford more closet space, keep the money, and get a bigger place.
What?
Would you give up sex for more closet space?
No. Hey, like.
No.
Why is there a fucking study being done about this?
Well,
Where's this in New York?
No, this is nationally in the States.
Okay.
The survey was done by MakeSpace, which is a closet company.
There are literal stores for storage
big
solutions.
closet lobby.
Like, you don't need
Closet lobby.
Oh, I want to punch people in the face.
I would not give up sex for.
I don't have
Anything.
enough stuff.
I would not give up sex for anything.
I'd rather.
God.
I just get rid of clothes.
Okay.
There's definitely things I'd give up sex for.
Like what?
More sex.
Like, if someone was to give me, like, KFC for a lifetime, I'd be like, yeah, no worries, I'm
You'd be
giving up
dead,
sex.
so it wouldn't matter.
I know, but I want to die early
Oh my
anyway,
God.
so it's fine.
No sex and all KFC?
I'm so fine with
That's
that.
Donald Trump.
I mean, I also, like,
disgusting.
don't care that much about sex, so whatever.
I mean, if somebody
I'll
paid
take
me
my
$1 million,
KFC.
I might.
Oh, $1 million?
Give up for
100%
6
I would give up
months.
sex.
No, $1 million doesn't go that far these days.
You can't buy a house.
Well, for 6 months. Yeah, that's.
I haven't had I literally haven't
Okay.
had sex in 6
Okay.
months, so, like, yeah. I could
how
do
about
that.
this
That was
study?
6 months?
I'd probably.
For 6
Save it up
months.
for 6 months.
Save it up for 6 months for $1 million. I would do that, not for closet space. I don't know. I left the closet behind a long time. Okay, how about this study? Men with big bellies are better in bed.
Yeah, I can
recent
sleep for days.
A recent study suggests if you really want to boost your sex life, you should tell your man to put down the salad and order himself a juicy steak with a side order of fries followed by dessert.
This doesn't make any sense.
The studies from Ursia, in Turkey, that's why I can't pronounce the name, found that men with bigger bellies last longer in bed and make better lovers overall.
Do you know why? Because they probably can't feel anything in their dicks because their circulation's all fucked up because they're so fucking fat.
So they wouldn't last longer. They wouldn't get hard to begin.
Well, no, if they ever got it up, then they would just be there and they wouldn't be able to feel anything because their circulation sucks.
But I don't think you can say that they're
Doesn't make
better
any sense.
in bed I feel like you
I
want
don't
a
agree with
decent
it. I think that's
cardiovascular.
what I'm trying to say is I don't agree with that.
This was conducted by the Butterball Association.
Big turkey.
I know. Yeah.
This has the smell of big turkey all over.
Now, I think there's something to be said maybe for people who have more average or, I mean, because you can go so crazy with the fitness stuff that you deprive your body of certain things that it needs in order for it to function properly. And one of the things you might want it to function properly is your date.
This is a little off topic, but I recently started smoking weed, and like, OMG, I can last so much longer when I'm high.
Really?
Probably.
Yeah, so
I mean, he
much
doesn't know. He
longer.
hasn't had sex, but he assumes.
When he has sex with himself.
When I have
fair.
sex with myself, I'm going a while.
Okay, well, you were talking about KFC, now we're going to talk about your nuggets.
Yes,
A
please.
vegan woman
Created
called
some
the
nuggets?
police
I'm out already. Call the police.
after friends fed her chicken nuggets while she was drunk. So
Did she know that they were chicken nuggets? Did they
no,
tell
they
her?
told her they were vegan nuggets,
Vegan
but
nuggets.
they were actually chicken when she was.
That's a crime.
I don't know that is illegal, but that is a very scumbaggy thing
Yeah,
to do.
I don't think it's illegal. It's not
I
like you're
don't
feeding
think
them
that's something
human
to call
nuggets.
police.
She'd
think-
been vegan for a
think it's
decade.
funny.
That's super funny.
She's
And
gonna lose her vegan superpowers.
the woman said
Your farts are gonna start to smell normal now.
the woman said that her friends thought it would be funny to feed me chicken nuggets as a prank. She claims that they lied to her and told her that they were sun-fed, but instead they were chicken-fed. And she called the cops.
Take
And
a
then
joke.
what happened?
Probably
And
nothing.
the cops said, this isn't a crime.
Stop calling 911.
Stop calling 911.
There's somebody not getting emergency help right now because of this nonsense.
And that didn't even happen in Florida. What? I know.
Well, when it's
This didn't happen
That
in
was a very
Florida
West
either.
Coast.
This was in Australia.
Oh God.
A jogger wearing nothing but a pink G-string
yeah.
and
This
work
guy used to run in
boots.
Burlington. With his nanner
Same guy? No. But a bunch of people they went to the police and complained, said they were made to feel uncomfortable.
Why?
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Why not?
Those
You
people
want to
just-
jog in a
No one- can I-
G-string? Fuck it.
But no.
Yeah, I don't care.
No.
You probably do, right?
In a G-string? In a nanny hammy.
Yeah.
Nanner hammy. A nanny hammy. That sounds like something completely different.
I was just gonna say, no one can make you feel anything. You decide whether or not you feel something.
Oh, I can make you feel something. And
Punch in the face, maybe.
well, and here we go. This has become such a problem.
No, it hasn't. Whatever it is, it has not.
Oh, no. I know for a fact, because I've seen it, this is a problem. This is in Switzerland, where a gym, a swimming pool, had to post something, had to post a poster reminding visitors that communal hair dryers are not for
at his
blow
balls.
drying your scrotum.
Looks like Kevin Spacey.
Look at his balls. That's like Kevin Spacey.
Oh, I'm sure he gets somebody to blow dry
That
his
does
scrotum.
feel very nice, though.
It does.
It does? Wouldn't it be too hot?
Oh, you
gotta
gotta,
move
put
it
on the
around.
setting,
Cool
like the
button.
middle one.
Yeah, and you gotta move it around.
Come on.
But would you? Okay, so that's in the privacy of your own home. But
Would I
I
ever do
have
that?
seen
No.
in the locker room at my gym. Have
you seen this?
Guys, I've seen guys doing
Come
that.
on. With
I'm
their leg up like
serious.
that?
With their leg up on the
on.
counter with the hair dryer. I've seen that at the gym.
I
Just
wouldn't
put your towel down on the fucking bench and sit on that, and you're basically 90% of the way there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. You want
I think it would be
dry your
hilarious
fucking
if I
balls
ever
at the
saw
gym?
that.
Like, do
I mean,
it.
Some dude.
There's so many worse things that happen.
I don't use a hairdryer, but I also know friends of mine who they're women who use the women's, and it's the same thing. It's like
It's a part of my body. I want to dry it. I'm so sick.
I know.
I'd be
but
so sick.
Is dry their vages?
When I used to go to the
Use a towel.
Really?
no, I can't.
yeah, use a towel.
Yeah, that doesn't actually like dry it.
bushes.
Like,
Yes,
way
it
that-
does.
The way that like your like a hair dryer dries it. It's so much better to have a hair dryer go at it. And I'm also so tired of seeing fucking old men. No offense. Fucking
Why do you look at me when you say that?
going to town on their fucking balls to dry them. They're there for like 15 minutes just fucking scrubbing themselves.
I don't
It's
understand.
so
It's like
gross.
it'll.
Old balls. So they
They're
gotta,
old
like-
balls. They fucking I guess suction up a lot more water.
What's good with a little air dry?
No, I like the blow dryer. I blow dry my entire body.
Well, it's the only blowjob you get.
Thank you. I know. It's not great.
And that's today's midpoint.
Oh, your eyes are different sizes.
No mercy, baby.
And now it's time for talking point number 2, the Great Pretender. Okay, once again, Reddit blew up when a user admitted to having an identity crisis of sorts, saying that he worries that he is a straight person pretending to be gay. So he's living as a gay man.
That's just being gay.
But he's worried that he's a straight person pretending to be gay. He said,
Or that, if you
he
sleep
said,
with women
I'm
too.
20 and I've known I was gay since I was like 11. But there's a part of me that thinks of myself as a straight person pretending to be gay, that I somehow convinced myself to be gay when I was 11 because I found a boy attractive one time.
Interesting.
That's a very
And you've never
convoluted
found
scenario.
any other boy attractive since?
Yeah. Like,
He's gay.
I know this is totally irrational.
Or maybe not.
go to therapy and talk about it.
I know this is totally irrational because I've been in a gay relationship for 3 years.
Oh, then he's gay.
I regularly have gay sex and enjoy it. I don't have any interest in women, but I find it really hard to shake that feeling that I'm just pretending, even though I know it makes no sense.
He just really likes football.
This made Reddit.
Big sports guy.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
literally
It's really football.
I like hardball.
I mean,
I like-
like sexuality is a spectrum, whatever.
Very
But I
much
mean,
so.
this guy's obviously gay. But like,
Well,
I mean, if you have and the point's done.
Period.
Period.
so people posted saying that homosexuality is not a homogenous idea. So one person wrote, realize that being gay only means you find men attractive. This notion that you need to act a certain way or not be yourself to fit in with a clique is just plain wrong. Somebody else said there's no stereotypical way to act gay. No one suspects I'm gay because they always say you don't act gay.
well, first of all, there is a stereotypical way to act gay. That's
Yes.
what the stereotype is.
You bitch.
I know that.
Drama. The drama has.
I don't know where it's going. I think you're gonna have to do the topper.
Yes, but I do find this interesting. Like you, for example, appreciate women's bodies
Yeah.
and talk about, and yet you're not straight or
Right.
bi. Like I don't understand. Like
It's just like straight men saying, "Oh, that guy's handsome," and I'm like, "Good for you," because everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's gay." If you say that, like, no.
right, but I mean the latter part of what he's saying about I've been in a relationship for 3 years, that whatever, but you found one person attractive at one time in your youth, that does not define your sexuality.
But that he's continued on and has been in a relationship and presumably has been with other men. And
No, it said he
So-
had sex with many men or something like that.
Yeah.
so I mean, like
And
that's
enjoyed
the
it.
stuff.
And
that
he
probably
enjoys it,
Yeah.
obviously.
But also, who gives a shit? Like, why? You don't need to label it. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
I can't
just
wait
be
till we
whatever
get
you
to the
are.
time
Well,
where
if
like,
you don't
we don't
need to-
have those labels
You're just a
anymore.
human.
There's a million
You're just a
labels.
human being. I want that so bad.
Well, if you don't need to label it, then I want to know what you think about R&B singer Tank.
Who's that?
He's a gay rapper.
Tank.
It's Tank.
He's not a gay rapper.
Is that his thing?
Okay.
Is that his thing?
Sounds like
Sounds
the
like
name
my
like Tank. Sounds like he should be a gay rapper.
in the tank. For
No,
tank.
he's not. Yeah, you might be in the tank, but
Yeah, I thought he was hot. I guess I was.
You don't think so anymore?
Good looking guy.
So he was on a podcast to promote his new album, Elevation. They got into a discussion about honesty, and so he said basically that sucking dick doesn't make you gay. Doesn't make a man gay.
Okay, now I want that in context. Thank you.
Okay, so host Angela Lee said, let's say he sucked, they were talking about men and blah, blah, blah. Let's say he sucked a dick one time. Say twice. Does that make him gay? Tank replied, no. Here's the thing. Twice is excessive, but let's dig into it. He sucked a dick once, and then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not. Let me try again. And then he says, you know what?
Fair.
It's not for me. I don't like the taste. It doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked.
Fucking men. Sorry to interrupt.
That's fair.
It means
enough,
he
I
sucked
guess.
dick twice, because the art of being gay is being gay.
Sure.
The art of being.
Yeah.
Is it an art, fellas?
Is there art? Is there an art to it?
Your art pop could be anything.
Yeah.
So does sucking a dick make you gay?
No.
It doesn't make you gay. No.
No, you're gay.
Does it mean you're gay?
Does it mean
It means you
I
made
mean,
the
I-
choice to put it in your mouth, and then you either like it or you don't.
Try it. You wanted to try it. See what happens.
Because of the fact that
like Chick-fil-A.
I mentioned before, it's a spectrum, so you never know where exactly you are. You find what you're.
Yeah,
more
you're just like
comfortable
trying to find out.
And I
like,
don't-
you like it or not?
And
I mean,
that-
I think that's
That's the
Like,
point.
what
Yeah.
They say you always try something once. Like you always have to try
Or
something
twice.
Try
once
it twice.
to know
Try it
if
twice.
you like.
Yeah.
with. But it's also about identifying. Like if you suck a dick and you are like,
I mean,
I'm not gay. but I
here's
suck
the
a
thing.
dick, well,
I
there
think
you
we
go.
like to joke about stuff like this, but I had sex with a female in high school. That
Oh,
didn't
you're
make-
straight.
Yeah.
That didn't
there
make
you
me
go.
Straight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
That
you
didn't
are.
make
You've
me
been
straight.
pretending this entire time, Fred. I knew it.
I lost my gold star.
But
You're
that
just
could
a
be
straight
like
guy pretending to
asking
be
me,
gay.
like, would you sleep with a girl just to try it?
Well, I mean,
Would you?
It's
No
like I don't
one
need
asked
to
me
sleep with a
that.
girl in order to know that I mean, I would.
Would you try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything, girl.
Fuck, man.
Amen.
Let's go out sometime.
Like I'm
man.
down for trying things. But I,
find
there
a nice
was
girl.
this one girl that wanted to hook up with me, and then when the time came, I was like, I couldn't do it.
No.
Oh, really? When was this?
Oh,
Like
it was
you
a
couldn't
long
like
time
physically
ago.
do it, or you're just like, I'm not into this.
Yeah, I wasn't really into it. Like I wanted to, but I was just like not feeling it.
Right.
This is like back when the barn was open.
Oh, a long time ago.
What does that mean? Oh, it's a bar.
It's a bar.
It's not his ass. It's not a euphemism for his ass.
It's a gay bar, Pamela.
I remember that time.
I'm back when my hole was open.
That-
for business.
It's not open for business anymore?
It's closed for a private event.
Tito, while we're riding your ass,
Hey.
Bop of the Week.
It's Armin van Buren.
Not Martin Van Buren.
He was a president.
He was a president.
It's called Runaway.
The 8th president? President?
I can't tell you the number.
Amazing.
That's all I got for you.
What's the name of it?
It's called Runaway.
Runaway. Why are you looking at your dick while you say that?
I just look down sometimes. When I talk, I don't like to look directly into people's eyes.
You're such a lady that way.
Or I'm just awkward.
Yeah, that too. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/thepointguys. Don't just hit the red button, but hit the bell so that you're notified every time a new episode is available. We're also available on the streaming service Fearless. Download the Fearless app for all their great content. Our audio podcast is on iTunes, so check us out there. If you really want to help us out, and please, I know you do, go to our crowdfunding site. That's on Patreon, patreon.com/thepointguys. And let us know what you think about if sucking dick makes you gay.
Let us know if your barn door is open.
And remember, once is one thing, but twice is excessive. That's my favorite quote. At The Point Guys on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you all.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you. We have a new show every Tuesday. So, of course, we will see you next Tuesday.
That was weird.
That
felt
That's so
that
different.
felt weird.
Done 100 shows
Let's
and
do it
Okay,
again.
hold
Just
on.
like that?
Hold on.
We're doing it again.
We have a new okay. We have a new show every Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday. on the point.
Thank you. Jesus.
Wow.
Have you ever